All right, guys, welcome back to another practice video. Any updates? I don't know. I put in a couple trades earlier, but this is like I put those in today, and part of me kind of doesn't want to show like my actual trades because I feel like some people might be tempted to like take that as trading advice, and if it goes south, you guys are gonna hate me. But I don't know. Maybe later. On a later video, I'll show like the whole like where I started today and then what happened and blah blah blah. I think that's probably the best way to do it for liability reasons. But for now, let's just practice. So let's do this. I set this up. This has my list. Oh, okay. NVIDIA 2023. I just realized we can't do November 2023. Okay, we're doing 2022. And then the 14th. Okay, so NVIDIA. Let me go up first, like 6 months or something, and then NVIDIA, and then 2022. What was it? It was November 14th. So, whoops. Oh my god, November 14th. All right. I've been playing with this a lot, and what you're about to see is a problem. Boom. January 3rd is what it gave me. And I've been trying to figure this out for a little bit. I don't know quite how to get it to like the actual date that I put in. I think it's because like these candles are so big, and I would have to go to like a smaller time frame for it to like bring me straight to a smaller chart candlestick size for it to actually bring me to the date that I want. But I can't do that for these purposes, so kind of stumped, and I don't really know what to do. So what I think I'm going to do is just do January 3rd, because I don't know what else to do. Yeah, and it's fine. It's fine, I think. So, all right, let's go back to this. And this candle's so big, like, you don't know what's gonna happen. All right, and especially when I go down to like 13 minutes. I mean, in 15 minutes. Whoa. What? Oh, that looks more like a chart. December 30th. I thought it said January. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. It's a random date, and I don't know what comes next. Oh, I think I just bonked the mic. Whatever. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Oh, a lot of slippage going on. This gap. The gap's there. Slippage. It's a fun word. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is interesting. Okay. So this was a low that hasn't been hit in a very long time. Wait, did I say November? That's not that long of a time. A month, but a month. Or like 2 months. Still significant. Okay, so it's getting higher. The lows are getting higher. It's fantastic. The highs are kind of not. That is also interesting. Okay, so if the highs are not really getting higher and the lows are getting higher, it's got to be narrowing in somewhere around here most likely, or it's gonna breach. Do I think it's gonna breach? There's certainly enough volume. It's like right in the middle in terms of like buyers and sellers though, so that's kind of lame. Bollinger Band might help, and I might explain why. No, at least not right now. Come on, Bollinger B. Help me out. Okay, so what I'm wondering is, my current thoughts are like, it's kind of zeroing in to somewhere in here, and I don't know if it's gonna pass this or not. So now, right now, my thinking is like, do I think it's gonna bracket kind of like what it's done here after a trend? And in that case, I can make loads of cash by opening short iron condor. That's kind of hard to show though, with like how much money I would make, because options have different values. But I mean, that's what I would do. Maybe. I still don't know yet, because this might be enough for it to like take off. And this is kind of hard actually. This one's kind of hard. It might break this. It might break this resistance. It's kind of hard. Part of me kind of wants to wait to see if it will. And I'll know if it's like, if things are looking more brackety, then I would do a short iron condor. So you know what? I am going to wait until I think I see something that I would want to trade. Because right now it's just kind of, it's a little sus. It's a little too sus for me. So let's, I'm gonna go forward. Yeah. Wait, was that a Friday? Oh, that was a Friday too. This whole date thing is messing me up. On a bigger time frame, on the 4 hour like I'm used to, I didn't have to consider like weekends. And on the shorter time frame, I definitely do. So it's something I have to get used to checking, but I haven't needed to check that for like years. Back when I used to day trade. So, okay, so it went above this resistance. That's interesting. That was such a big candle. There might be a reversal now. Or maybe it might start bracketing like it's done here. Honestly, it looks like volume is actually relatively low, but there's like really big plays happening. So like maybe someone's like pumping and dumping. I mean, it's Nvidia and the volume's huge, so there's no way that's actually happening. But it's just on a smaller stock, if like the volume was like 100,000 or something like that, then I might throw those accusations out there. But something with 32 million. Oh wait, this is the current. I mean, well, Nvidia's been big for a while, so never mind. This is still hard. It might bracket, it might not. I'm like, right now things are very volatile because it just jumped up like crazy, and then there's already been like a reversal, this huge candle. It's just I'm not getting anything. I don't know what direction it's going in, so I'm gonna have to wait. It's just not the right time. Yeah. Okay. Buy the dip, Jude. Buy the dip. Part of me does say, yeah, there's going to be a reversal to the big reversal. This volatility is kind of just wild though. Like, this is something you see on like a meme stock. I still want to wait. What I'm anticipating is a small green candle like right here, and then another green candle, and then a little red candle, and then like a small green one, and then then the positive trend, because it is positively trending right now. So I think a more sane positive trend is about to happen, and I think that's what I'm gonna see. But let's see, because right now I don't want to trade. It's a little too weird. I need to see some good signs first of like something. Okay, that didn't happen at all. What I thought was gonna happen did not happen, and now it's like it's broken through its past support, even though it's like positively trending. So like things are kind of just wild. Did something happen around this time, January 2023? I don't look at the news ever. I've never traded off the news. But this looks like it's like something's going on. Someone like some company shorting Nvidia at this time or something. Because there's a lot of big red candles and there's not a lot of big green candles. So that's interesting. It's a short enough time frame to assume that these could be like a few big players. I still gotta wait. It's just not the move right now. Too volatile. Okay. Okay, remember what I just kidding. No. Still just too wild. Too wild. Too wild. Too wild. Okay. 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 All right. Okay, there seems to be a support here. It's been tried twice-ish. You know what? Things were just so volatile that even now that things have like kind of become a little bit more normal, it's just, I don't know. I don't like this personality. You remember when I was talking about like personalities? I don't vibe with this with this situation going on. Nvidia has some serious work to do on themselves at this time. They need a spa day or something because they're strung out. Something's going on. Like there's something going on. It's too weird. The people that are trading Nvidia, something's going on that I can't predict. I don't like it. I would probably like give this like a week. I would probably just be like, I'm a step back from Nvidia because I don't know what's going on and I don't want to know. But for the purpose of this exercise, maybe it normalizes soon. So I'm just gonna keep playing, and I'm gonna see if. All right, I'm gonna throw something out there just for the purpose of practicing price action. And right now it doesn't look too bad. So like, there still is somewhat a positive trend. I mean, it was kind of like kerplunked because of this shorting that happened. I am throwing an accusation out there that this was a shorting event, you know, driving the price down for whatever reason. And it's a little crass and it's a little rude in the trading community for me to say that, to be like, whoever did this candle or these candles and this candle, you shorted. That's like saying like, that's like a derogatory term, you know? Some people are proud of it though. Anyways, okay, so I'm starting to see some signals for a positive trend going on here. You know, you can see like the momentum going up. You can see the buyers becoming more in control. The price action looks like there's going to be a positive trend. I mean, there was a lot of a huge negative move when it's trending positively, so you could expect a pretty big positive correction here. But based off the history, recent history, it's looking like it wants to generally like move, like positively trend, but there's something going on that big sudden moves that are driving the price down, like boom, boom, trying to go up, boom. That's why I'm kind of saying like something's going on here, and you want to watch out because like you see this with like smaller stocks, kind of no-name stocks, but Nvidia with the high volume, that's not typical. There's someone big out there. If You know what? I'm not gonna say anything else. All right, so let me just throw a long position out there. And like, so first let me say before I do this, I would not trade this. I would not. I would just step away and I wouldn't even mess with it. But for the purpose of trying and price action and just for fun, I'm just gonna throw something out there, what I would do. I'm still gonna like, you know, oh, I put short position. I'm still gonna try, like, but I would not trade this. So I would be really, really impatient with my losses here because it's sus. There's something sus going on. And so I put my losses here at this like kind of like support right here. And then I think the gains, if there are going to be gains and like all this nonsense like stops, I think it actually could be like really big. I think it might return back to maybe this resistance, and then I think I'd be done, and I'm going to be a little conservative compared to that. So, I don't know. There's some funny business going on, so I kind of don't expect this to work, but this is what I would do if I had to. If someone was like, Jude, you're going to die unless you put in a trade, what's your trade going to be? This would be it. So let's buy a 1. Can I buy less than 1? No. Okay. I would buy here. And now let's see. Let's see what happens. That's going right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's say that I actually did put in this trade. I see this, and I see like a mini resistance right here. But the mini lows are still getting higher, and there's still a lot more like buying pressure to be had. But again, it's so hard for me to dismiss certain information because like there's something going on, and when there's something going on and there's any element of unpredictability, it just throws all other logic. It's hard for me to consider anything else. So again, I would not trade this, but right now, assuming that this crazy stuff isn't going to happen in this time frame, I would still hold. But I'd be a little sussed out. I'd be watching it pretty closely. So right at this point, I would change my... I would like update this. So how do I show, or okay. I want to like keep this, but I would update it. Like I would just like drag this over and I would just update it. I would be like this. Because like now that I've like actually made some gains and I didn't expect it to, I don't want to lose that. Like I don't want to lose anything. So I'm going to be more impatient with my losses. That's what I would do, but I kind of want to show like the full trade. So just for like visualness. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show it as this kind of looks like 2 trades. No, you know what? I'm just gonna that scared me. I'm just gonna let it run, but just know that that's what I would do. You know what? No, I'm gonna show you what I actually do. So I would be like this. Yeah. Or wait, let me just go for it. What's going on? What is going on? Oh, you can't redo on this. That's fun. Okay, so I would update it to something like this, and that's still gonna stay with this resistance. But yeah, Okay. Let's move forward. Ah. I'm gonna re-update. So now it's right here. I'm gonna be even more impatient. And this, I'm gonna move this to about here, and I'm gonna move it to about the average price of what was going on here. But it really came from this resistance right here. So I'm getting more and more impatient right here with if I were to start losing money, because, and that's like because I've already made some profit. And maybe I should switch this to like a percentage. I'll do that some other time. Okay, going positive, or I mean going forward. And I'm out. And I'm out right here. Yeah, this would trigger my stop loss, so I'd be out right there. So it would be, I think I can, trading. Is there a way? How do I put like percentage? There's a way to do it. I used to have it, and for some reason it like went back. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Is that toggle percentage? No, I think that's this. Okay. Anyways, so when did I buy? Okay, so I would sell here. Okay, yeah. So I sold, I bought, where did I buy? Somewhere on this candle. And then I sold here. And that was like, if I was like forced to buy a position here, because again, something's going on and I don't like it, but that's how I would, that's me under pressure. And I think that right there showing like the absolute, like if I had to trade, I think that's important. I think it's good that I talked about that, because I talked about like the most necessary things that I think about. So like, if I'm being really careful, then I am constantly updating, like per candle, I really should be like updating my long position and like changing the stop loss and the take profit. Of course, let it, I mean, if you're still making money, like let that go. But you, if anything, you want to be more, I kept saying impatient with your stop loss. You want to get that smaller and smaller, because you don't want to lose anything that you've already gained. Like, keep your money. If you've made money, keep it. Hold on to it. Make it secure. Like, keep those gains. So that's what I would do. I think this was actually a pretty important video, because I don't think I've really shown that before, of like how I update my my stop loss. That's more important than updating your take profit. I mean, if you had to pick between the two. But yeah, so I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Real quick, I was looking back at my video and I realized I should probably explain something. So let me go back. Okay. So this, I cleared this board, or I cleared the buy thing, because I was making my short form content, my little price action thing. But I brought this back. I don't know how to bring this back, but anyways, this is what I had, the later long position that I had. Remember, it started like, I don't know, somewhere down in here. But I think some of you might be thinking like, well, don't you want to know, like, yeah, this is where I got out, and there was a reason for why I got out, because it hit my stop loss. But like, dude, don't you want to know like what happened later? And that thought occurred to me. And definitely early on when I first started trading, I definitely thought a lot of like when I got out, I kept watching the stock, and you know, if it kept going up, if I was wrong and I closed my position too early, and then it kept going up, I would kick myself. I'd be like, oh no, opportunity cost, and I should have stayed, and blah blah blah. I stopped doing that for a lot of reasons, but the main one just being like, this is your logic. Like I put this here because this is my logic and these are my parameters. These are things that I set to keep me in check. Because if I were to just like not listen to this, then I wouldn't be trading. I'd be gambling, because then you're hoping that it's gonna go like up, in this case when I'm going long. Like if I set this and I have a reason for setting this stop loss and like it goes down to it and like and I don't close my position at the stop loss, then I'm not respecting my work that I put into this. So then it's not actual trading. Then at that point I'm hoping that it's gonna go up. That's not trading, that's gambling. So I don't care what happens after this. But you know, it does, you do kind of want to consider like maybe you could learn from it though. Maybe something could happen. And you know, I think earlier I thought, you know, this thing is positively trending. There was a huge downward correction, and I think there's a lot of upward possibility for the price to go up. I think the price can keep going up. Yeah, I do think that there could be a huge like increase. But it doesn't matter to me, because it's like these are the parameters that I set. I'm done with it. I'm gonna go on to the next thing. Any amount of money gained is fantastic. But I think, sure, let's check. Let's see what happens. I'll go a little bit faster because it's whatever, but that's interesting. So yeah, so over like a weekend, it looks like. No, it's not a weekend. It's just one day. There was just like on one day, there was a huge jump. I don't know what's going on here. That's such a. It was on a Tuesday. Somebody was just really feeling Nvidia, and then or people were. I don't know. See, this is just really weird. And yeah, so technically there was like a huge like positive correction, but then it immediately just started going down again. So yeah, but my point is, making this little like insert, is that you shouldn't concern yourself with what happens after. I mean, you can learn from it, yes, but don't have emotions to it. You know, don't be like, oh no, I should have stayed, or like I was right, I'm the smartest person in the world. You know, like it's just gonna happen eventually where you just don't care, because this is just practice. And like, you know, back when I was like 10 years ago, when I was like day trading, I was like, or maybe not 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, doesn't matter, I was putting in like 2 trades a day. Think about how many trades that is, like how many like practice, how much practice I got. And like it didn't matter to me whether I was, what happened after the trade. It was, okay, what's going on right now? Okay, it hit my stop loss, I'm out. Or hey, it hit my take profit, or I readjusted and I'm good with this, I'm out. And then I didn't think about it for the rest of the day, or I moved on to the next trade, or you know. So that's extremely important. Please consider that. Lock that in. All that. All right. See you guys on the next one.